ZUKUL Gold. Okay, so ZUKUL.gold. If you've not gone to that website, go to that website, put your name and your email address in, an email address and a name that's a real one. You know, don't be, as Darren says, John Doe. If you want to get information, put your correct name and your correct email address in at that page. If you don't want information, don't even bother going to the page and putting in a bogus name and email address, because you're not going to get anything. Okay, there's nothing for you to see after that. You get a page, put your name and your email address, takes you to a thank you page, and then you'll receive an email that you need to opt in. You're going to need to click the email to say, yes, I definitely want to receive. It's a double opt-in. I definitely want to receive information, because we're not interested in working with the tire kickers, okay? The people that just want to play at this. So let me now tell you about the products. You're going to be able to buy gold and silver. You're going to get access to gold and silver, okay? All verified and gone through the proper channels. You could take this gold and silver into any jewelers or any bank, and they'll exchange it for you. You're going to have access to gold coins and silver coins, okay? Now, it all starts with you and 40 euros, okay? 40 euros, not $40. Even though you're going to be able to pay in dollars, you're going to be able to pay in Bitcoin, you're going to be able to use STP, you'll be able to use Pazer, you'll be able to use a credit card, you'll be able to use your Pay2 wallet, okay? Now, you can pay us in practically any currency, but we're going to convert that into euros, so it's 40 euros, okay? Now, what you're going to need to do is, in your first coin, you're going to need your first person. So as you can see, I've put number 1 in that inner circle. That is you would be in the middle, and in this inner circle, you're going to need 3 people. Okay. Now you can use your own link and bring your own people in, or you can work as a team, and you'll have access to buy directs. Okay, buy directs. Now the directs that we're doing in this system, because we've learned from our other systems, we're not going to be doing a rotator, okay? You're going to, if you buy directs, they're going to be delivered to you instantly, okay? You're not going to be added to a rotator and have to wait a month for Sundays to get them, because we believe everything you do in business, you do something, you learn from it, you improve, you learn from it, you improve. Edison was a fine example of this. He failed over 10,000 times trying to make the light bulb. And when he was asked, what was it like to fail so many times? And he said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Okay. And that's what we do in our business. We improve and find the ways that don't work, so we get to the ways that do work. Now, when your first coin is filled up, so what you're hoping is either you're going to buy all your directs to fill the coin up, or the people that you buy, your first 3 people, or the people that you bring into the business personally, they go out and do the same. They go out and get busy and start recruiting, and it fills up your first coin, okay? Now, when your coin's filled, any of the coins are filled, you automatically get repurchased into the coin that you just completed. You also get a reward, but you also get purchased into the next coin. Now, these next few slides I'm going to go through a little bit quicker, because we covered them in the last Friday. So the coins, let me tell you about the first 3 coins. There's a 40 euro coin, there's a 150 euro coin, and there's a 580 euro coin. Now, I'm going to say your nice gold chest here, okay? Your 40 euro coin, when it completes, you will get a return of $250, okay? $252 to be precise. How is that spent? 40 euros, sorry, not dollars, 40 euros is going to pay you back into the same coin. So you've now got a new coin, you know, like the first one you had, okay? And it's also going to pay you into the next coin. So now you're sitting in 2 coins, the first coin, which is the 40 euro, and you're also sitting in the 150 euro coin. Once you take those numbers away, you're left with 62 euros. That's added to your gold chest, okay? Now, remember, you've only paid out 40 euros, and already you're in the coin that you paid in to go in the first place. You're in the second coin, that's 150 euros, and you've got 62 euros in change that's added to your gold chest, okay? Now, I'll tell you all about this gold chest as we go forward in another hangout. Now, the 150 euro coin, when that completes, you got 940. 150 puts you back into the 150 coin that you've just completed. 580 puts you into the next coin. So you're in now 3 coins, aren't you? You're in the 40, the 150, and now the 580. Leaves you 210. That's added to your gold chest. And again, remember, you've only paid out of pocket 40 euros. Okay. Remember this, a one-time payment of 40 euros. Then you move in, once you're in the 580 coin, when that completes and it's filled up with the, like I showed you in the beginning there, you've got all your coins full up with other people in it. Okay, 12 in total. You will get a return of 3,580. 580 puts you back in the coin you've just completed. 2,200 puts you in a new coin. So now you're in 4 coins, aren't you? You're in the 40, the 150, the 580, and the 220, 100 here. Okay, so you're in those 4 coins. And each time, remember, these coins can be filling up with people because you'll be getting micro payments all the time from these. Okay, but I'll show you those. Because if this compensation plan, when the penny drops with you and you realise how many coins you're in and how many times you're going to keep getting paid, it's mind-boggling. It really is. That gives you out of your $3,500, you're left with $800. Again, that's added to your gold chest. And again, remember, you're still only out of pocket 40 euros. Now let's look at the next 4 coins, because this is the ones I haven't showed you before. Okay, so you got the 2,200 coin. You've got the 9,500 euro coin, and you've got the 40,000 euro coin. Now, when the 2,200 coin completes, you will get a return of 14,200. 2,200 puts you back into the coin, back into that coin you've just completed. 9,500 puts you in the coin you're about to go into. Okay, puts you in the next coin. Leaves you 2,500. Again, that's added to your gold chest. Remember, you're still only out of pocket 40 euros. Okay, 40 euros. You're still only out of pocket. You then move into the 9,500 coin. Now, remember, at this point, you're in all them other coins that you've moved up through. You're in those coins, and you can be completing those coins again and again and again with people coming in behind you. Or you may just go out and recruit like a crazy person, or you might go out and buy directs like a crazy person, or you might have a star down in your downline that starts to push you through the coins. Okay, so out of when that 9,500 coin completes, the 62,500, it gives you the return. 9,500 pays you back into the 9,500 coin because you've just completed it. 40,000 pays you into the next coin, leaves you 13,000. Your gold tea chest here, or your gold chest, is now gone up to $16,572, and you're still only out of pocket 40 euros. Still only out of pocket 40 euros. You then move into the 40,000 coin. Now remember, you're in the 40,000, you're in the 9.5, you're in the 2,200, you're in the 580, you're in the 150, and you're in the 40. You're in all those coins, because each time you complete a coin, it puts you back into that coin and moves you into another coin in front of it. So you can complete the lower coins. You could be in the 150 coin maybe 10 times. Well, think about it. You could be in a coin, you could have 10 of them going, because if you complete before you actually move through the chain and get into the higher coins, it's mind-boggling. It really is. Out of that $250,000 that you've got here, that 259,000, 40,000 puts you back into the coin that you just completed, which is the 40,000 euro coin. 171,000 puts you in the next coin. Okay, the last coin in this phenomenal gold program. That leaves you €48,000. Add it, you've now got in your gold bank, your gold chest, your gold vault, whatever you want to call it, you've now got €64,000, and you've still only out of pocket 40 euros. And then you move into the big daddy. You move into the $1 million coin, which is 171,000. You're already sitting in this coin. Now, when this coin completes and all those people are filled up around you've got 12 people. When 12 people fill this coin, they've all moved through the system the same as you. You're getting returns of $1 million plus. You've only paid out 40 euros. You've only paid out 40 euros, and you've got €1 million plus when you get to this position. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's just it's mind blowing. I would beg you to go and watch this part of the Hangout again and again and again. Let that penny drop. Let that coin drop, if you like. And if you're not on this early bird list of ZUKUL.gold, 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 get on that list, put a correct name, put a correct email address, and this is the page you're going to come to. There's me and Darren talking there. We're going to be changing this video. We're going to be changing this page, but put your name in here, your email, and click the sign up button. You're not going to see anything past this page, okay? You're not going to see. It's not going to be giving you anything at all past this page, okay? So there's no point putting in a false email address thinking, oh, let me just see what's on the other side, because there's nothing on the other side yet, because we haven't launched, okay? Because we haven't launched. So I'm going to come back over to the Hangout